Is another part of our chat with Kim Mitchell. In this one, we talk about a million vacations, paradise skies. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Canada. Last song one, Paradise Skies. Again, I was 19, and that's actually the last album I bought before I left home. There you go, A Million Vacations.
I wrote that and left home. No, I don't know. I wrote it and moved back home. No, I'm having trouble drawing something on that one.
You're doing well. It's cool. It's cool. That must have been satisfying with that album doing so well. I mean, that was.
Yeah. Once again, yeah. I remember sort of the sessions, and a friend of mine produced that record, John Beaudin, who I met when I did first leave home and quit school at 17. I moved to Toronto. And he was one of the first people I met in the music industry. He had a studio around the corner from where we lived, and randomly ran into him and went, "Hey, do you want to come hear our band practice?" And he was blown away, and we've kind of been friends since. And he produced commercials and stuff like that. And we just talked about, I'd play him demos, and he'd go, "Oh, I'd love to produce this. Here's what I do. Here's what I do." Like, okay, let's give it a go. So we did.
Speaking of that, Let Go the Line was his, right?
Yep, it was one of our biggest songs, radio songs, that and Paradise Skies.
That was a different song for, I mean, I love that album. That album meant a lot to me. I was 19,
It's on A Million Vacations, right?
Yeah. Did you know that he had something with that as soon as you heard it?
Yeah, we all did. We all loved Terry's writing. I love Terry's writing. A lot of stuff. There's one song that I always wanted to record of his that we never got around to. It was called Silvery, like the color. Everything is kind of silvery. It was a beautiful song. And then another song called Suicide Wings. Was it? I'm thinking desperate things, eating suicide wings. Oh, he's such a great writer.
So you guys have there was no bad blood in Max Webster, right? You guys got along pretty well.
Not for me. Maybe they did towards me at some point. I can't speak for all of them. I can say that people are like, "Oh, are you going to do this?" It's like, no. The drummer Gary, he's done. He's retired and just happy. Doing what he does. Mike Tilka, the bass player, the first bass player, he's up in north of Toronto a couple hours and has a wonderful life and plays on the weekends, little gigs, little bass stuff. People are doing little things, but no desire to get the band back. Hey, let's get the band back together.
Well, you've been a solo artist way longer than Max Webster was a band. I mean, That's kind of your thing.
That was a mistake too. Me being a solo artist, when Max Webster was finished, I went home to write for a year, and then I thought I'd like to just play in a band, and I put the word out. Does anybody want a guitar player? Nobody called. Nobody called. So
that makes no sense.
So I thought that's how I went solo. I was like, well, I guess I'll just form a band myself. Then I guess I'll try and do that.
That has to be a perfect storm, though. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, that must have been weird. That's like an anomaly. I mean, that.
No, I put the word out. It's like, Honeymoon Suite. Whoever was out there was like, hey, you guys want a guitar player? I'm available. I'm cool to just join a band now after a year. I'm just writing songs at home, and I'd love to play in a band without sort of the headache of, you're the guy, Yeah. And so I'm waiting for the phone to ring and nothing happened. So I'm like, okay, all right, here I go with, I got the song Go for Soda. All right, I'll try to record that.
We'll have more from Kim Mitchell coming up next week. His new album, The Big Fantasize, comes up in November. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Canada.